You know what? Your camera has never actually taken a real picture. Every photo on your phone is a giant field of solved equations pretending to be reality. That sunset, your selfies, your childhood memories, they are all mathematical guesses rendered in silicon. Right now, your screen looks smooth, colorful, and perfectly continuous. But underneath it is chaos. Millions of tiny calculations are being performed every second just to convince your brain that you are looking at a real image. And the strangest part is this: most of the image was never actually seen by the camera at all. You know what? Let's break it down here right now. Think about the last photo you took. Maybe it was food, a pet, a sunset, or a random selfie you almost deleted. You probably assumed the camera simply captured what your eyes already saw, like freezing reality for a moment. But that is not what happened. Your camera does not understand faces. It does not understand sunsets. It does not even understand color. All it sees is incoming light energy crashing into silicon. And from that chaos, math begins. Inside every camera sensor are millions of tiny light detectors called pixels. Each one acts like a microscopic bucket collecting photons. The brighter the light, the more electrical charge builds up. The camera then converts those electrical values into numbers, not images. Numbers. But here is where it gets strange. Those pixels are actually colorblind. Your camera sensor cannot naturally see full color the way your eyes do, which means most of the colors in your photos are mathematically reconstructed afterward. To solve this problem, cameras use something called a Bayer filter. Imagine placing a giant colored grid over the sensor where some pixels only detect red light, some only green, and some only blue. Each pixel records just one piece of color information instead of the full picture. A pixel measuring red has no idea what the blue or green values should be beside it. So now the camera has a puzzle. It must estimate the missing information using neighboring pixels. For example, if one pixel sees strong red values and surrounding pixels detect medium green and low blue, the processor starts predicting what the complete color should probably look like. Your camera is constantly making educated guesses, and it does this millions of times for a single image. Think about how insane that really is. When you take a photo of a blue sky fading into orange sunset colors, the camera is not truly recording smooth gradients. It is solving a gigantic color interpolation problem at lightning speed. The image only feels continuous because your brain cannot detect the microscopic gaps. This process is called demosaicing. And honestly, this is where the illusion becomes almost magical. The sensor captures incomplete fragments of reality. Then, algorithms fill in the missing spaces fast enough that your brain accepts the final image as truth. It is similar to connecting dots in a coloring book, except the dots number in the millions. Modern smartphones take this even further. Your camera now starts processing the image before you fully press the shutter button. AI systems analyze lighting, motion, faces, shadows, skin tones, and depth in real time. Some phones even combine multiple exposures together automatically. That means your final image may never have existed as a single moment in reality. Your phone mathematically blends different moments into one optimized version. That clean night photo you took, the sharp moon picture, the perfectly balanced portrait. In many cases, you're not seeing raw reality anymore. You're seeing a computational prediction of what reality should look like. And honestly, your brain prefers the fake version. So, what is actually happening is this: a digital photo is not captured reality. It is reconstructed light data. Your camera measures incoming energy, converts it into voltage, translates that into numbers, predicts missing information, enhances it with algorithms, and finally, renders a visual illusion your brain accepts as continuous truth. Every image is basically a solved math equation wearing the disguise of a memory. But that is not even the most interesting part. Because after all this complex reconstruction happens, the image still is not finished. Now the camera begins deleting information on purpose. This is where compression enters the story. Formats like JPEG and HEIT do something incredibly clever. Instead of storing every exact detail, they store approximations of patterns. Your device analyses which visual information your eyes are less likely to notice and quietly removes it. One of the major techniques behind this is called the discrete cosine transform. Let's not get too technical. The image gets broken into tiny mathematical frequency blocks. Smooth areas like blue skies are simplified heavily. Sharp edges and important contrast areas keep more detail. This is why heavily compressed images sometimes look blurry or blocky. You are literally seeing the math fail to perfectly reconstruct reality. And every filter you apply afterward is also math. Brightness is addition. Contrast is multiplication. Sharpening is edge detection. Blur is averaging neighboring pixel values together. Your favorite photo editing app is basically a giant calculator disguised as creativity software. So why does none of this feel artificial? Because your brain already works in a surprisingly similar way. Your eyes do not capture reality perfectly either. Your brain constantly predicts missing information, smooths motion, fills blind spots, and reconstructs incomplete sensory data. In a weird way, digital photography succeeds because it mimics human perception itself. Your brain is already comfortable accepting approximations. That is why compressed videos still look smooth. That is why AI-enhanced photos often feel more beautiful than reality. And that is why tiny grids of numerical values can emotionally move you. A wedding photo can make someone cry. A childhood picture can trigger nostalgia, even though underneath the emotion is just binary arithmetic flowing through silicon circuits. Now here is something most people do not realize. The original raw sensor data from professional cameras often looks ugly. Flat colors, low contrast, muted lighting. Because raw reality is not optimized for human perception, the beautiful final image only appears after layers of mathematical interpretation. And in extreme cases, cameras can generate details that never existed at all. Modern AI upscaling systems can invent textures, sharpen eyes, recreate skin details, and even predict missing backgrounds. Sometimes the camera is no longer preserving reality, it is manufacturing probability. So the next time you open your photo gallery, remember this: you are not looking at frozen moments from reality. You are looking at billions of solved light calculations compressed into patterns your brain interprets as memories. Every digital photo is a carefully engineered mathematical illusion. And somehow, that illusion became the way humanity remembers its life, which honestly says something fascinating about the modern world. We now experience reality through layers of silicon interpretation. Our memories pass through sensors, algorithms, compression systems, AI enhancement, and display technology before reaching our eyes again. The world on your screen is not reality itself. It is reality translated into math. And maybe the strangest part is how completely natural that now feels. You know what? Your camera might be one of the most advanced math machines you use every single day without realizing it. If this made you see photos differently, like, subscribe and share, because there is a lot more hiding in plain sight.